Ladies and gentlemen, good night. Are you ready for some good old-fashioned Christian gaming? Because I am. Oh yes, the time has finally come, on a Sunday, no less, to stream the Faith Anthology. It is officially out since Friday on Steam, courtesy of New Blood, and aired of the creator. So, I think that was the best of times to finally dig in and see what all the fuss was about. Hopefully he delivers. Also, I see a strange, bizarre little line across my screen right now. I'm not sure what that's about. Weird. I wonder if it'll go away once I put the game on. Anywho, let's do just that. It's got a quite loading screen, as you'll notice. Faith game program. A tire 666k RAM. Dude. It's almost as if it's symbolic in a way. I do like the sidebars though. And now you get double them. With my stream layout. The series is only a few years old, and yet this has already become iconic in my mind. This intro right here.
September 21st, 1987. It's been 1 year since I first went inside that house. I have to finish what I started. What I am about to do has not been approved by the Vatican.
He said the line. He said the line. Oh, yes. Rape my ears. And there you have it. Faith. Begin. Initus. Instruction. Catechismus. Configuratio. Options. Additia. Extras. And abatus. Exit. I hope my semi-knowledge of Latin / Italian was good enough for this. Also, what's up, Dine? Music's a little loud, so I think I'm gonna tone down the volume period. Let's leave it at about 70%. That should be just fine. By the way, if you really wanted to have a spicier gaming experience, you can totally stretch the window out. But I think it does, like, the internal resolution disservice. It's meant to be played in a traditional 640 by 480 aspect ratio, so we'll stick to this. Ooh, we got some juicy effects, like grayscale and grayscale. It's like I'm playing a manga now. I don't know, I kind of like the dark color scheme, so we'll go with none. There he is. There's the lad, which is kind of spoilery. So we'll stick to the school artwork instead. Not every day do you get to see a badass Catholic priest facing off an infernal demon. Makes you wish exorcisms were that cool in real life. Now, how do you actually play the game? Well, it's quite simple. As you may have noticed by the intro sequence, it is clearly inspired by the Atari gaming era, very loosely, mind you. Probably the closest, besides the graphics and ear-piercing audio synthesizer. So you pretty much just walk. Yeah, that's how you play Atari back then. You just walk. I will walk before the Lord in the land of the living. And as people say, an apple a day keeps the devil away, or something of the sort. So, in nature of the usual Catholic priest agenda, we're gonna collect some fruit. And there's a devil. So what do we do with the hell spawn? Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. We show him the sign. Nope, not the middle finger, because that is very rude and not Christian-like. Instead, we pull out the cross, which looks more like a plus sign in this angle. That's a little bit better. That one missing pixel makes a whole lot of difference. And there you go. Simple as is. Now, we also have something called Modus Invocatio Configuration Mode, which is not available at the moment. Coming soon, which loosely translated to Erdorf language means when it's done. It might be in a few years or so. And Iterare Expositio to replay the intro. Also, Agnitio to go into the credits, and Reverto back. So, how about we jump into the strange and mysterious journey that the priest is about to set off on. Capitulum unum for chapter 1, Capitulum duo for 2, and 3 for 3. Modus continuatus, marathon mode, all 3 chapters in one session, which, I mean, if you were going for a marathon, that's all well and all, but given that this is probably gonna be split between several streams, I'm just gonna go by these for individual chapters. I think it's gonna fit the format better. Read collected notes. Taking inspiration from the likes of Slender, I see, except bumping up to 20. No, let's not compare this to Slender Man. I think the bar was set a little higher, hopefully. Ooh, we get different game mods. Flashlight mode, Modus Radium, Modus Lumina. Well, I know Lumina is Italian for light. Lantern mode, and Celeritas Turbo. Or I think Caleritas is more like it. There's a very specific way of pronouncing C, as it is K or C in Italian. And Confidamo, well, obvious really. And there you go, right off the bat, we're starting off with lore. Have you forgotten already? This forest has a mind of its own. If you get lost, you could always try remembering where you've been. Pressing the escape key or start button is a good place to start. So, the idea behind Faith is that it's heavily inspired by the satanic panic of the 90s, which most of us know through the media outrage when it surrounded video games, movies, and music alike. I'm quite sure none of us had to deal with... Oh. Well, good game, everyone. I got an achievement for that too. Fucking hell. What's up, Rodden? What a moment to sign in the stream. The comedic timing on that could have been more perfect. But yeah, on the subject of the satanic panic, you know what, maybe I shouldn't even try bringing that topic up. I think the game actively disapproves of me doing commentary. Can this poor priest be left alone for 5 minutes without something horrible happening to him? So you're telling me I have to actually play the game and do commentary at the same time? Oh no, the multitasking. Anyway, whatever that spider entity is, I don't like it very much. Power of Christ compels you, bitch. I understood as much as suffer from that gibberish. Uh-oh. Well, that's not a good sign. I think we're really drawing near to the occult. Yeah, you better leave, Mr. Deer. This forest is all sorts of messed up. I swear to God. I'm sorry, God, I didn't mean to bring up your name in vain. However, if a long-haired, soaked-in-water woman starts crawling out of this well, I'm going to flip my shit. Well, I guess I preemptively exercised the possessed well. You're invited. Come celebrate Nate and Jason's 6th birthday. Saturday, May 3rd, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Directions. Turn right at 1338 Snake Meadow Hill Road and go straight past the well. How about no, because I don't like the idea of Pennywise being the entertainer on this event. We do have a clear objective, however. We're looking for a house. Any demons around here? You never know. There might be a restless spirit nearby. Sure enough. Mr. Martin, it has taken longer than expected registering the markers on your property as a historical cemetery. Our office has had difficulty identifying who was buried there. The inscriptions on the gravestones are written in a language that we cannot identify. I've sent the gravestone rubbings to some of my peers at the University of Connecticut. I will reach out to you when I get a response from them. All the best. Daryl Henderson, State of Connecticut Historical Society. This is just turning into Poltergeist, isn't it? Haunted cemetery. Except someone was thoughtful enough not to build their freaking property on an ancient Indian burial ground. Well, boy, this sure looks like an inviting and welcoming household. I wonder what awaits me inside. Oh, certainly giving off Splatterhouse vibes, isn't it? Can I exercise the deer? No, thankfully, Christ is already within the animal. Because as we... I saw that. Whatever lurks below, watch out. No. It was a nice attempt. I'll give that thing that much. The Martins' house lies about 100 yards off the Snake Meadow Hill Road. There is almost no driveway. Trees just jut out in the middle of a gravel path that is mostly covered in grass. It was difficult to find the house, especially since it was already dark when we arrived. Father Allred seemed to know where he was going. He simply drove straight ahead until we arrived at the house. In the headlights, I saw an old shed off to the right of the path. Father Allred explained that he would rather perform the exorcism away from the house, but the Martins had insisted that Amy remain inside. He complained that having the family present makes it difficult to proceed with elements of the rite that may seem harsh to the layperson. So there's a premise. We're revisiting the place that an exorcism took place, and the victim was a little girl named Amy. Also, I'm ready for you, motherfucker. You just dared to pass the threshold of this shed, and I swear to all that is holy and sacred that I'm not just gonna compel you with the power of Christ. Oh no, I'm gonna take this cross and stab you in the throat with it. Capiche? Good. Can I pick up the key? Do I have to first exercise the key? Apparently. I told you, didn't I? Also, what's up, Frosty? How are we doing today, partner? You seemed kinda out of it earlier in the morning. I hope you're doing well. And now, bud. But then again, you did seem to have a good time yesterday. I don't know what's the lore behind the spider that is haunting me and persevering throughout this forest. However, he is quite persistent. All I know is we gotta... We gotta go back to the house, where the creepy purple children are already lurking. Achievement unlocked. Take me home. Country roads. Mr. and Mrs. Martin greeted us at the front porch. Mr. Martin led us downstairs to the basement, explaining that Amy was down there in restraints. I felt for him. There was guilt and shame in his voice. Amy was in the very back of the attic, in a chair, perfectly calm, staring at us. It is hard to describe the look on her face. It was not the kind of look a child gives you. Oh no. Oh no. Anyway, now that we actually have a moment of peace and quiet, I did mention that the satanic panic kinda carried over outside of the boundaries of the States. That is true in scientific capacity, as far as I'm concerned, because I don't know if I mentioned this in the streams, but I spent 6 years in Catholic school, through secondary and high school. And, well, naturally, part of the core was having religious class. which mostly involve theology, but occasionally we'd get to watch videos. And I distinctly remember that during one of those sessions, the priest that was assigned to teach us, he plugged in a VCR tape which played a documentary about satanic cults in the States. And of course, it was highly over exaggerated. Like, they actually delved into describing what a satanic rite looks like and documented cases of police investigations and like some statistics. It's not, a prevalent phenomenon on the state side. Looking at it back now from current era, it's kind of weird to say, but Satanism has become kind of a joke, at least when social media are involved. But then, because you go online and people have taken on the moniker pretty much to state that they're atheists, but also anti-church. They leave like the actual devil worship to so-called Luciferians, or whatever fancy terminology is the case these days. I honestly can't say I blame them because the official satanic church in the States, whenever you watch any sort of report on it and listen to whatever the current reader is saying, they basically glorified atheists. All of their like background and everything involved is just for show. It's a charade. Like, they openly admit that there's no religious aspect to this. They just do whatever they want, basically. Pretentious atheists, that is. But then, given how vast the US is and the religious freedoms, you can't help but think that there is definitely some backwater communities out there that genuinely believe in this stuff and are full-on devil worshippers. I don't know, maybe that's too much Lovecraft reading on my end speaking, but it's a pretty horrifying thought. Like, you probably don't want to deal or interact with those kind of people in any sort of capacity. Ah, yes, a perfectly normal looking family. Look at them. You know, the dad kind of looks like the father from Stranger Things. You know, the one I'm talking about if you watch the show. The one that's like stereotypical to the bone, old fashioned, and no nonsense. We just want some peace and quiet. You know, I gotta say, now that we have no audio, this video game takes on quite different atmosphere. Sometimes minimalism really makes a difference. Whatever is, or maybe currently accompanying us, is the faint tick-tock on my clock, which is kind of appropriate because we have a grandfather clock right here. Uh-oh. Someone spilled the ketchup again. Did someone escape Fear 2 and decided to raid this video game? You know, the idea of these home bicycles has always seemed a little ridiculous to me because it's like, why don't you take an actual bike outside and just ride it? But on the other hand, if you don't have space to own a bike, going to the gym or actually owning the equipment is a pretty sane alternative. So, which one of these toys is going to come to life and maul me? You know, one of you has a deal with the devil. Alright, Pikachu, it is time to meet your maker. Yeah, remember when Pokemon was a prime target for quote unquote ties to Satanism? Like, holy shit, listen, I can vaguely understand the correlation between, well, I don't know, Mortal Kombat, Grand Theft Audio to violence, and you know, the devil putting his hand into influencing the children. But fucking like, Pokemon, I guess if you do enough mental gymnastics, you can go like, oh, these unholy creatures are clearly of magical nature and thus of hell. I think that still happens these days, doesn't it? Like the complaints that Pokemon games are too occult, even though they're some of the most cookie cutter, safe gameplay wise experiences I've seen. I knew it. It was the doll all along. Bob must be stationed somewhere in the Middle East because he sent over this weird looking doll for Amy's birthday. I'll ask Anish about it next time we have book club. She looks like she could be from over there. Amy didn't seem excited to see the doll. I think she would rather have a phone instead. Or maybe seeing a baby doll makes her feel self conscious about working at the clinic. Either that or, the doll is actually an ancient Sumerian talisman which draws evil. I guess I was the only one who thought to check in the attic. When I got up there, it was freezing cold. I found Amy standing in the back, looking straight at me, like when I was first, like when I first met her downstairs. We spoke briefly, although it was frustrating to talk to her, or it. I experienced a bit of deception from the demon. During our conversation, she uttered my mother's first name, and in other instances spoke perfect Latin. I called for help from the others, but nobody came. So I raised my crucifix and began the rite once again. Unironically, I always get a little nervous when I have to carry out some work in vast attic spaces, or as we call them, lofts, here in the UK. I don't know, man. Something about these old, musky storage spaces, which carry nothing but dust and debris, they give me the chills. Could it be? Could this rubber ducky be the key that we need? Holy shit, it actually was. I don't feel safe in my own home anymore. I hear voices outside around the house at night. I don't let the twins go out in the woods to play because I'm afraid of what's out there. The house itself feels stressed, distorted, slanted somehow. It's like I'm walking through a carnival funhouse. Amy's condition has only gotten worse. I can't stand to be around her. I don't know why. She just doesn't seem like herself anymore. I want to take her to the doctor, but I can't leave the boys here. I find that the phone stops working throughout the day, and now I can't seem to find my car keys. Thank God Bob comes home tomorrow. Now, I don't want to be rude or anything, but I'm not sure Bob is going to be of much help. So this is the most spacious bathroom I've been to. Holy shit. It's bigger than the hallway in this house. Also, why on earth do you have 3 freaking things? Yeah, like, look at this shit. What the actual fuck? This is like mansion tier design. It's only a house in the woods. I think I've seen everything there is upstairs, besides that locked door that we can't get into yet. Did I miss anything down here? There's actually quite a few ways to go. Something's not quite right. What do we have here? A child's drawing, which I assume is perfectly normal and depicts sunshine and rainbows. Yeah, nothing unusual here. Just two good friends hanging out. What's this? Oh boy, the basement. It's not the attic. It's the basement. No matter if you go up or down. Those topmost or the lowermost floors are usually the most cursed of spaces. Listen, I know there's gonna be some shenanigans with these mannequins. They're not just here for decoration. Ah, my sleep paralysis demon. How nice to see you.
He is here.
Gulp. Please. Mr. Uppertuck, I need help. Away with the foul entity. I am armed and dangerous. I may need to retract back to the basement. Oh shit! I guess wrong that time. Ooh.
She is here.
Ooh boy. You can vaguely make out, despite the distorted effect, what they're trying to say. Oh. I'm actually myself this time. Nani? I thought you were supposed to speak Latin, not Japanese. I ain't dealing with no weeb demon. Quick. Back to the ritual site. Shit, there though. Maybe it's the same one. Something could transport it here. Right, what do we got? Nani?
I heard a door open upstairs.
Well, looks like we get away from here for a while. Amy's parents could not endure witnessing the proceedings of the rite for long. Mrs. Martin was hysterical, and the thing that was inside Amy was feeding off the fear. Father Allred asked me to take the Martins upstairs. I was physically worn out, but managed to get them back up the stairs into the kitchen. Amy was screaming, "Mother! Mother!" the whole time. Finally, I got them to sit down with me at the kitchen table. After a few minutes, we couldn't hear much of anything down in the basement, so went down to check on things. I found Father Allred lying on his back, unconscious, with his arms spread out wide. Amy was not in the chair. I did mention the satanic panic of the 90s as an influence, but you and me both know well that this just screams Exorcist. It may have been sorta kinda an inspiration in places. I'm warning you. You just try to come to life. I have not one, but two Bibles in my household. I'm not even joking. For the longest time, I've owned the Millennium Bible, which is the official, approved by Catholic doctrine version of the Bible here in Poland. But living in the UK for a couple of years, one time my neighbor from downstairs asked me if I wanted to pick up a copy of the King James Version of the Bible because he actually got it from a place he's been working at because the homeowners were just going to toss it away with other books. And he was like, well, this is just, you know, inappropriate, so maybe you would like to take over. Then I'm like, yeah. At least I've got to give it a new household. So yeah, in case shit goes down, I am double equipped. I can now utter in both Polish and English. And in case none of the demons understand any of the two languages, I can just chuck them. Because, you know, they're pretty hefty books. Getting smacked by those in the skull is pretty much the equivalent of eating a brick directly to the head. Molly. The church might contact you in a few days to tell you their version of what happened to me. I want you to hear it from me first. A year ago, I was involved in the exorcism of Amy Martin. What they said in the papers about what happened isn't true. She, something, my superior, Father Allred, I assume, with. When I confronted her, she managed to cut the power to the house and her own parents. Well, out of context, we can assume that the parents are no longer among the living, with their own. Well, I'll leave that to your imagination. I have to go back to that house. The nightmares I'm having are real. She's still there, waiting for me. I can still help her. If I don't come back, know that I love you and I'm sorry. John. She is here.
My God, what happened to you? Do you think my face is pretty? I have to finish what I started. She's dying, priest.
And if I have anything to say about it. Moc Chrystusa się napełnia. Okay, that didn't work out so well.
My God, what happened to you? Do you think my face is pretty? I have to finish what I started. She's dying, priest.
Round 2. Let's go. Right, so this lad pretty much only moves when I conduct the exorcism. Or rather, he takes his sweetest time to reach me. Kinda doing a little shuffle. Oh lord, that thing got moves. Almost tempted to play SMT music over this. And now there's two of them. It's really getting out of hand. She didn't like that.
Mortis.
You know? I could have brought a Bible and a shotgun with me, which, as we know, is the second most efficient anti-paranormal device. Oh, someone's acting like a Zelda boss. Oof. Now only does that one. Here, look at this cross. It's a very nice cross. It's got your name on it. Damn, that's a whole lot of Jesus you need in your life, because it took a while. Uh-oh. Well, you could say I cut those hands. Cue the drum roll. I don't think I want to be touching the evil circle that she's drawing. Ouch. You know, growing a limb like that out of your face, the Fang style, can be good for your health. Well, it sure is convenient that her pathfinding is only limited to the pentagram. I could probably just stay more or less in the center and be safe here. Ow. I think I noticed, after a while, the range of purification might cross decreases as the fight proceeds. I think whatever evil she's spewing out is actively preventing me from playing it safe, and forcing me to draw closer. Ooh, that was new. Okay, I see it goes. First of all, you have to quote-unquote attack her when she's at one of the borders. And then I think when she starts moving, does she take damage? Yeah, like so. So it cycles between phases. This being some of the most favorable. You had enough yet? Oh, clearly. And this time it's not the priest that went out the window. Don't think I could see it. Well, it was a job well done, I think. Kill her. Well, I asked for a shotgun and here it is.
A gun with one bullet.
Okay. The way the model is holding that. Now that's Atari gaming in its finest. I was kind of joking with give me a gun, but here we go. If the word of the Lord will not suffice, then drastic measures must be taken. Father John be like, I'm sick and tired of this bullshit. Well, this sure is foreboding. Hello, Amy. I guess this is goodbye then. A quest get in Pace. So you learned something from playing Assassin's Creed. Now, time to call it a day. Eat some dinner, go to bed, and rise and shine for the morning mass. I'm sure the consequences of tonight are not gonna weigh on Father John heavily for the rest of his remaining days. Notice how there's more clear-cut pathways now through the forest. It's also very, very quiet. Have you forgotten already? As far as a mind of its own. Oh, that's actually the note I didn't pick up this time around. Whoop. Off we go. Ending 1 out of 5. Murderer. Question. How did cops even find out? There's video game logic for you. Police arrest man accused of murdering missing girl. A New York man is in custody after he confessed to the murder of a Sterling girl who had been missing. John Ward of Palmyra was pulled over on Snake Meadow Hill Road last night after a state trooper reported hearing a gunshot. The officer thought it might be poachers. The officer said Ward was acting nervous and suspicious after being pulled over. When questioned, Ward reportedly said, "I've killed her." According to the police report, the officer called for backup after Ward became increasingly upset, saying repeatedly that there was a demon inside her. Ward was taken to Sterling Police Headquarters for further questioning. Ward then confessed to the authorities that he shot and killed Amy Martin, a 17-year-old girl who had been missing for 9 days after escaping from a mental institution. After a brief search, police located Amy's body in the woods near the now abandoned Martin home. In addition to receiving a gunshot wound to the stomach, Amy showed injuries suggesting that she had been thrown out the second-story window of the house. An officer who helped recover the body told reporters that Amy's face had been mutilated in a very brutal manner. Ward was found dressed as a priest when he was pulled over. It is suspected that he impersonated a priest to gain his victim's trust after Catholic authorities in Rome confirmed that Ward was not an ordained minister. The plot thickens. The rest of the article is missing. Oh shit! We got goodies. Whenever I see New Blood logo, I know it's a seal of quality. I haven't played much of their games past Dusk and the Medieval, but if there's any game dev slash publisher I trust these days, it's definitely those lads. Well, that's not gonna give me nightmares at all. Sure. Talk to the hand. Well, we got 1 of 5 endings, so how about we try to fish for the other ones? 12 out of 20 notes, so there's definitely more to this story. Actually, what's the most recent save we had? Before picking up the gun. So how about this time we don't take it? What if show compassion? I don't think it's gonna end well for Father John, one way or another. Still, I am armed with the hand of God. Not like it's gonna protect me from the police, but you know. I cannot interact with the girl. So, peace. Yep. Just gonna call it there and be on our merry way. Leaving the loose ends intact. There's actually a significant portion of the map that we haven't seen yet.
Mortis.
Maybe I should have gone into the car faster. I was gonna say where the spider lad has gone off to. There's the answer. What a truly haunting experience this game is. Very unassuming at first, given its graphical format it was going for, but it's actually this seemingly ridiculous design choice that actually adds to the atmosphere, in my opinion. I actually wonder just how much of the map there is, and does it loop? Or do we have concrete borders? That side definitely looped.
Mortis.
Does that mean I cannot leave? I mean, maybe I can somehow outrun the demon. There's a spot we haven't been to yet. Hey, more lore. Public lecture by Carl James Osborne. Connecticut's historical connections to witchcraft, Satanism, and the beast system. Wednesday at 8 p.m. Hello, would you be interested in learning more about Satan? I caught some people walking through the woods around the house last week. Not kids, just regular adults. They told me they got lost while hiking. I pointed them back towards the road. The whole thing just didn't feel right. I think I should go dig up Bob's rifle out of storage. Ma'am, I don't think those were hikers. Those were devil worshippers. You wanna go play Lucifer? Well, what better location than the woodlands? Oh, I'm ready to start running. Go, go, go! Does he come back? Yes. It's a bit of a problem, isn't it? We cannot interact with the car. So that ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. I mean, at this point, we might actually be locked into one ending. There's very much a possibility. Today, I notice Amy's favorite tree looks like it's dying. All the needles are falling off it, and the bark is peeling. I guess I'm more upset about it than Amy is. She's solely absorbed in her volunteer work at the clinic. I guess it's good that she found something she's passionate about, but I've gotten ugly looks from some of the women at book club. Katie and her religious friends won't even talk to me anymore. Well, we got plenty of background information pertaining to the story. Right, so this loops back the car eventually. I think I'm probably gonna have to do a fresh start and then just poke around the forest some more, unless going after the deer yields some answers. I haven't actually thought about that possibility. Maybe this guy does actually lead you somewhere. Besides just seemingly running away aimlessly. A blood pool. Have I been here? Possibly. There's the well, which we've already interacted with. I'm surprised there's actually 5 endings. That's quite a lot, but it might mean that there are some very intricate choices along the short story that do affect the outcome. Oh, what do we got here? Well, that's different. Bob, the kids and I miss you more every day. The twins and Amy have started their next school year here at home. Amy keeps asking when she's going to be allowed to go to real school, if she's getting cabin fever. The twins are having no problems occupying their time. Yesterday, they came in with their hands covered in blood. I guess they found a dead deer and thought it would be a good idea to touch it. I think we might have a coyote problem because when I went out with them to look at the dead deer, it was a pretty gruesome sight. All this just a day after the twins' birthday party. Can't wait till you come home. I don't think that was a coyote. It was probably something more that resembled, oh, I don't know, a spider, but in human form. So you're just gonna stand there, brooding. Looks like it. So I'm thinking, Could there be anything else in the house that I can obtain to interact with her? Let's see if I can go back inside, because if not, I probably gonna have to get myself killed to reset. Oh, I can. Let's see. What could we potentially find? Yep, at this point I'm just pointing my cross at anything seemingly out of place, because it is producing clues. Dear Amy, thanks for writing. It really brightened my day hearing from you. In your letter, you asked what's the weirdest thing I've seen as a missionary. The area we are working in has a lot of folks who practice Quimbamba. It's what you might call a pagan religion. It's kind of a mix of Catholic and African religions. One of the saints they worship is San La Muerte, or Saint Death. Yesterday, we talked to a boy, about 15. When we asked him if he had ever prayed, he said, "No, but I have prayed to San La Muerte." He told us about the time when he stayed over at his cousin's house, and, according to him, they prayed to some figures of San La Muerte, and the figures made things in the house move around. He got real quiet and scared looking after that. We told him that he could pray to God, and that God wouldn't make him feel scared like that. We invited him to church, but he hasn't come yet. I need to wrap this letter up and get back to work. See you in 4 months. Layden. I did at some point hear per chance that there are Mexican gangs who have built up this kind of like cultish religious like movement where they do praise death and picture like it like Mother Mary as a skeleton. So I don't know what they actually call her, but I think it has something to do with death. Santa La Muerte, maybe? And it's, yeah, definitely cultish like in behavior, which, well, you know, Mexican gangs don't mess around. And then if you add the fundamentalist aspect to it, and you have a concoction waiting to explode. There's this lad again. How strange. He does come back eventually. Can't really think of anything else I could do to potentially change the outcome. I may be locked into this ending already. We did find some extra notes. Drawing me closer to the end goal. Ooh, here's an idea I haven't thought about. What if I waste the bullet? Or shoot something else? Like the spider thing that's chasing me. Yeah. It's not a bad idea at all.
With one bullet.
Alright, you motherfucker. You wanna play tag? Well, do I have a surprise for you? You know what, this angle kind of looks like a massive cigarette. Father John offering you the blunt. ¿Quieres? God is on my side and I'm packing heat. Yeah. Eat it. Also, did that say Erdorf on the truck?
I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I will trust.
This is a good
I
beat.
shall not be afraid of the terror in the night, nor the evil that walketh in darkness. Because I have made the Lord my refuge. Because I have set my love upon him, therefore will he deliver me. I shall call upon him and he will answer me. He will be with me in trouble. He will deliver me and honor me.
I'm sorry, but this is just too much of a good
I
beat.
can't explain what happened at that house. I can only have faith that I did the right thing.
If you loop that GIF and edited a few, it could make for a good Vaporwave mixtape background. Ending 505, when faith endures. So we went from possibly one of the worst endings into the best one? I mean, we didn't help the girl though. The truth, we can. Police. Animal experts investigate chupacabra remains found near Sterling. Sterling PD is enlisting the help of the local animal experts from the University of Connecticut after the remains of an unidentified animal were found near Sterling. The remains of an animal, which some residents are calling a chupacabra, were discovered on Snake Meadow Hill Road by motorists yesterday. The animal had apparently been struck by a vehicle, and parts of the carcass were scattered across the road. Police say they initially investigated a gruesome scene because the motorists who discovered the remains had told them they appeared to be of a person. After arriving at the scene, police concluded that the remains were of some kind of animal. As a matter of public safety, we want to be sure about what exactly we're dealing with here, said a Sterling police spokesman. This is clearly not a deer or a coyote. If it's a mountain lion or exotic pet that escaped from its owners, or an animal with rabies, we need to know about it. Animal experts attached to the investigation would not speculate about what kind of animal had been found, although they commented that the animal was hairless, anemic, and apparently suffered from the rickets, a vitamin D deficiency that appears in animals and children who have not received enough sunlight. Dun dun dun. Definitely could make for a good cryptid in the local community. Let's see. I have one more idea on what we could do before restarting. So we shot Amy, the creature,
With one bullet.
but we haven't tried wasting the bullet yet. Or shooting someone else. Maybe the guy near the shed? Naturally, that means that the spider's gonna still be a problem. But it's worth a shot, if you pardon the pun. Or the deer. Wait a minute. Well, Peter's not gonna like this. Not gonna like this at all. I had a viewer just signed out after the scene was done, so they didn't like that as well. Listen, we do not condone animal abuse on these streams. It's merely what the artist envisioned. Right, we gotta find our ride. Should be somewhere here, this neck of the woods. I finally got to catch up with most of Hideo Kojima's podcasts, which I've been like blanking out the past month, and without any warning, the number of episodes jumped from 1 when I first tuned in to like 8, so I had a lot of backlog to knock out. I am currently, after episode 5, when he had Jordan Peele as a guest, I might actually give Nope a view because of that interview and the Nope review episode that Kojima did earlier. Now, you all know my thoughts on Get Out and Us. Not a particularly fan of those because of the problems I have with the writing, but I am willing to give Jordan Peele's flicks another try, just because I think he's a good director and has potential. Just that the previous movies didn't do much for me. Huh.
I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and
Good,
my fortress.
Question
My
mark?
God, in him I will trust. I shall not be afraid of the terror.
He came back. He came back for revenge. Ending 4 of 5, The Hunter. Well, kids, moral of the story: not kill animals. At least make sure they are dead, or else they'll get you. Unidentified body discovered near wrecked car. The site of a deadly car accident was discovered along a road near Sterling this morning, along with the body of a person who has not yet been identified. At 6 a.m. this morning, a resident called to report an accident along Snake Meadow Hill Road. The driver of a silver sedan had swerved off the road and struck a tree. A spokesman for the police commented that the body appeared to have been dragged several yards away from the car deeper into the woods after having been ejected from the front windshield. It was noted that the body had been mangled beyond recognition. That always seems to be an important plot element in any outcome. Investigators suspect this was probably the work of coyotes. Yeah, the coyotes. I don't like this anti-coyote propaganda we're having right now. What have they ever done to you? Police also noted that parts of a cleaned white-tailed deer were found in the trunk of the car. From a white-tailed deer, a hunter typically gets 75 pounds of meat. However, it appears the victim of the accident was only able to carry 25 pounds back to the car. I mean, at this point, I am committed to experimenting with the shotgun, because in my mind there's still two possibilities. We can shoot the dude by the shed, and option 2, we just miss the bullet. Try to go into the car. Somehow I have a feeling that one of the endings is gonna have to heavily do with how you start off the game. Might be like an area that is a little more obscure to find, so you have to dig deeper. But yeah, this time we're not gonna shoot the deer. We're actually not gonna incur Mother Nature's wrath upon us. Plus, we actually still have to find 3 notes, so yeah, I think there's definitely gonna be room for a full replay. First, I need to find this freaking shed, because now I'm getting lost. The one time I actually need it. Ah, there you are, Buster. Prepare to meet your maker. Well, now that we have blood on our hands, again, it's time to bail it. Do, 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 do.
I will send a
What evil fate
power.
awaits me
It
this
is
time?
my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I will trust. I shall not be afraid.
Ending 205. Father and Son. Because there was no Holy Spirit in that vehicle, let me tell you. Esteemed Cardinal Grifford, with all due respect, you cannot grasp the importance of the work I am doing for young Michael without being present here. Michael needs me my help now more than ever. In the past few weeks, I have made great progress with Michael's affliction. Nevertheless, whatever darkness is inside of him fights back with increasing ferocity. We must not let up the fight against the enemy at such a critical time. There is another reason why I dare not return Michael to his family, nor let them see him. The darkness inside him afflicts his soul, but it also causes a terrible strain on his body. So that there may be no mistaking that I mean, I have enclosed a photograph of young Michael during one of our sessions. The photograph is missing. Well, that's 4 endings out of 5. Actually, very close to 100%ing this game. Now it's all about finding the missing bits, which is usually the trickiest part. Alright, I shot all 4 potential targets that you can aim at, so let's waste that bullet and just mosey back to a ride. The pacifist run. I'm sure nothing bad is gonna happen this time. You know, so far 3 endings out of 5 have been pretty damn morbid and involved this character getting horrendously brutalized, so fingers crossed he's gonna have 2 opportunities to survive. Nope. No such luck. In that case, I think another playthrough is in order. I don't know if the notes carry over. But at this point, well, there's only one way to know for sure, isn't there? Could just try pointing the holy sign at every single inanimate object I encounter and pray for the best. Oh, didn't actually click on me. This is the twins' bedroom. Who we've met passingly. They've been kind of guiding me through the forest. But then they just kind of fucked off. What's surprising is that they're actually not depicted on the family photo.
A gun with one bullet.
So I don't think they're lurking anywhere at this point. Because as we established by now, the map doesn't need loop. You have to take very specific pathways to be able to progress to specific locations. Okay, here we go back to the car. I think I'm gonna go for a fresh start. Oh, you kind of do get like a mini map right here pointing you to important locations. Alright, let's go. Begin. Chapter 1. New game. Walk by faith, not by sight. Darkness surrounds thee. Okay. What does that do? Oh, snap. Oh. Oh, this is despicable. Oh, I do not like this. Ultra nightmare difficulty. So I take it flashlight is just a cone projecting in front of you. This is gonna be a nightmare in terms of finding what I'm missing. Probably shouldn't have faced him away. Alright, so just to confirm. What's flashlight mode? Is it exactly what I think it is? Yep. And truthfully, it's even more hurtful on the eyes. Like, oh, I don't like how that cone of visibility just snaps all over. Listen, I'm not gonna do this. I can take playing Doom with 100 revenants trapped with me inside of a small ass chamber, but this is where I draw the line. I actually like to see what I'm doing. We haven't yet unlocked turbo mode, which I guess it boosts up the game speed. Maybe I need to get all the endings or notes for that. You know what, I really need to play through the Ocarina of Time PC port now that you brought up Zelda dying. I've been putting off way too long, but then again, I am kind of slow when it comes to getting through video games, especially with, you know, combining actual responsibilities in other games that I'm playing through, both in and out of streaming. Does this reset my notes? It actually does. Right. Didn't expect that. Right. So maybe you can update them throughout the entirety of the experience. Ooh. Turn right at 1338 and go straight past the well. What direction, though? Like here? I'm not gonna read the ones we've already seen. Instead, I will aim to explore as much as I can. You know, whenever Airform Jim gets brought up, I cannot think past the religious ties of the creator. Isn't he like an extreme creationist or something like that? Which heavily influenced the narrative of his games? Yeah, I don't quite want to speak out of my ass and throw allegations left and right, but there was definitely some weird shenanigans going with that guy. Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree with you that we should at times separate the creators from their products. It's like the age-old argument with Lovecraft. Like, he may not have been the nicest guy, but he definitely influenced the dark fantasy genre and created a narrative that's been so popular in media that it definitely changed the world as we know it. So you just have to come with terms that people are people, prone to sin, and being flawed. Oh, right, this is where we got spooked. I actually need to find that shed now again. Which is a little tricky. Oh, the kids. I think they're the clue to find the shed. So as I can see, the forest is much more open when you start out, and you don't have clear-cut paths. So you're kind of just bumbling your way around until you find that one hint. And hey, he dropped a note. Father Garcia, you are hereby instructed to release Michael Davies from your care and return him to his home immediately. Mr. and Mrs. Davies have already been contacted by our office. A representative of the church is currently en route to their home to discuss compensation in return for their discretion. You will meet our representative there and accompany him back to Rome. Cardinal Gifford. I think releasing Michael was a mistake. He is clearly not doing too hot. Yeah, the design choice of going for an Atari-style visual and sound chip definitely makes the jump-scare-ish aspect more prominent whenever a bit like that comes up, because of the high-pitched, distorted noises that it makes. And no, there is no map. Technically you have this, which gives you a general layout. So you can kind of use it as a reference. So well is in the center, then you have the shed to your right, the house where we're at, and that tree, which maybe you can actually go to now. I'm not sure. We're definitely missing some notes still. I did find one specifically that I did not get before, because I've actually scared away Michael enough times for him to drop it. So that's definitely something you can only get per certain circumstances. And there's the well. So we have to go left and down to find the tree. And there you have it. Back at the main road, and may as well get the first piece of paper while I'm here, just for completionist sake. So we got 9, and that leaves 11. I'm still not sure what's the trigger for the next ending. The one that is still eluding us. Oh, the deer. Have I done that? I can't remember. Good call. Nah, he just runs away. No demonic presence detected. Yet. Not until we get to that ending. I think at this point you do have to enter the house. Keep chasing him away. We could try that. Now we look back to the well. Somewhere out there, there's a Warhammer fan that's a little too involved in LARPing. Ah, there's the kids again. Haven't considered following them again. Let's see where they run off to. Back to the house. Well, at this point, we may as well continue on. Could also just leave the home. Yep, there's definitely an evil presence here, as we've already established. If this ending keeps eluding me, I'm just gonna look it up. It might be very specific in terms of what you need to do. Perfectly normal, like I said. It's just a small cultist and his shadowy friend, Maranax. But it seems I'm proceeding correctly, because I assume these appear in a natural order. So upstairs should still be locked currently. The attic, that is. I've gone through all the toys. Quite sure of that. Yep, nothing out of the ordinary here, as far as I can tell. That was definitely a clue, as we already established prior. Another note here. Okay, 13 here. 14 and 15 have been acquired. Maybe the bathroom one is number 14. Indeed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 notes left. Which at this stage, pretty sure would require us to go to the basement. Let us do that. See, I wonder if we trigger Amy's pursuit, can we run away from the house? It is an idea worthy of consideration. Oh, I've actually don't think I've went all the way here. Let's see one of these mannequins, the sewing machine. No, the sewing machine isn't possessed. To my surprise. 18, 19, 20. 3 left. Here she comes. I don't know why you decided to doze off in the bedroom.
She is here.
Well, how about we just leave? And don't look back.
Get out. For safety.
I could also try exercising her enough times that maybe she drops a note on her own, like Michael did. That's some food for thought.
Get out. There is the feed.
Or we could just roam around the entire house. Put her on our tail.
For safety.
Viara. Kind of surprised that the prompt didn't come up. Nani? I might have to look into the thing up above that gets those on screen. Something tells me that a plugin might be broken. Trigger fire, that's it. Oh! Interesting. I have a feeling that this is scripted to happen. Okay, 1920, 2 notes. Right, so if I exercise enough time, she will end up running up there anyway. Now, what if I leg it? She's there, judging me. Oh. For a moment I thought I was stuck on the screen. Embrace Christ, Mr. Deer. A good old sheet of paper, just like old times. I've actually started watching the Netflix adaptation of Bastard, that anime Slough recommended to me a while back. I'm kinda liking it. It's super dumb, but in a good way. Listen, if you name your fictional land Metallicana, and the main baddie is the death god Anthrax, you have my attention. Full on. So I think I'm gonna have a good time with it. Nope, I am not allowed to leave. Do I want to look this up now? Because I have a feeling if I play my cards wrong, that's gonna streamline back to the previous outcome, which I don't know if I want. So I'm gonna check this. What am I missing? Okay, so this one does require me to be in the finale with the gun. It's just a matter of finding this location. What about the notes? Hang on, give me a sec. Okay, I see it now. Let's go and defeat the evil spirit once again. Or at least chase it away. I think I have to shoot this thing with the gun. Which to me looks like a splatter of blood, but it's apparently referred to as a corpse. Might be a squirrel. I don't know. Let's not keep the girl waiting. I know, right? It doesn't look important besides of the prompt that you get, but apparently it is the key to one of the endings. So let us tackle good old Amy once more.
My God, what happened to you? Do you think my face is pretty? I have to finish what I started. She's my priest.
I beat you once, and I can do it again. Embrace Jesus. Quite the persistent entity you are. Here we go. This is where the real battle begins. Oh no, I can only move like a chess piece. Oh, woe is me. Out with you, foul creature. God prevails. Now, the missing pickups. How on earth did I not see this one? Did I just blind through it? Huh. This is the ceremony for opening the let no brother or sisters utter it. Prepare the use the right index finger to draw the signs of the on the floor. Bring an impure vessel to the signs of the let a brother or sister drink at each sign of the carve the face of the blood that fills the opening is now the new. Let 7 be taken from their mothers and lowered into thee. Upon the offering of the 7th, thee will emerge from thee. This is the second death. And finally, from what I understand, did the mirror move? Or was it downstairs? I don't remember, but we have to interact with it. I don't know, I think I tried to exercise it again, but maybe I haven't looked closely enough into it. Strange. I think this is supposed to be... no, it's actually another mirror altogether. On the first floor. In the bathroom? I just got a message from a friend telling me don't be afraid on Steam. Well, I don't know, but playing a game like this. 4-bit shotgun cocking. Well, 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 well. Looks like someone has played Faith before. Where the hell's the mirror here? Did really miss it? I think there'd be one in the bathroom. Can't really find anything. Which note is it? 20, so the last one. Or is it where she crashed through? No. Hmm. Carefully inspect everything. The photo. Maybe I'll do. I kind of doubt that the same item would produce a second note. That's not an instance that's been done. Then again, something on the first floor that looks like that could be. Inspecting closely. Wait, maybe I do have to shoot her first. Maybe only then do I get the resignation. Well, that's what it's supposed to be, a resignation note. Yeah, it could be ending specific. I mean, at this point, we got nothing to lose because we already have a checkpoint. So, off we go.
A gun with one bullet.
I mean, it makes sense, it'd be super specific, but then again, you'd also kind of want to check every nook and cranny for Easter eggs. Oh, it is. Oh, trust me, it is. That's actually attached to one of the endings after you shoot the deer, which we've already gotten. She's gone. She's not there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Got a bad feeling about this. can't get back to the house. So that's the question. Maybe I should have to shoot something in the house? Well, that's the thing. You can only get the gun after you're done with the fight, so she's already in the forest. So we're kind of defaulting to the first bad ending. Oh shit, here come the cops. Oh, you know what? You know what? You actually have to shoot the mirror. So we're kind of liking this about the game, that it encourages thinking outside the box
A gun with one bullet.
and applying different solutions. Never liked that ugly mug anyway.
A gun with one bullet.
Conveniently respawning this time.
A gun with one bullet.
Third time's the charm. Is that what we're doing? Oh snap! What the hell? Who invited the thing from Stranger Things in here? I don't want no Demogorgon. October 23rd, 1986. Dear Dr. McGlashan, it has been 30 days since the beginning of my treatment here at Yale Psychiatric Institute. Dr. Spinal, who has been so patient with me, has helped me understand my afflictions and has helped me find a way to move forward and accept the truth. With Dr. Spinal's help, I have come to accept what really happened in September at the Modern Family residence. I accept that what happened was not the result of any supernatural phenomenon, but rather the desperate actions of a young girl driven to violence by her dogmatic parents and old church rituals that are thought to drive out evil. I am happy to report that since accepting the truth, my nightmares have ceased, and I now enjoy peace of mind that I have not felt since the incident. Given my progress since first coming here, I respectfully request my release from Yale Psychiatric Institute, contingent upon follow-up appointments with Dr. Spinal in the future. Sincerely, John Ward.
A gun with one bullet.
So according to the game lore, after the first exorcism, he was admitted to a mental institute, but probably played along so that he could be released and try to make amends. But since Father John states in the intro that his actions are not approved by the Vatican, that means he's acting upon himself, which also ties into one of the endings where they just cut all ties with him, straight up. We've kind of done that. The map eventually loops. What I'm trying to find is the circle where the corpse was, with a little blood splatter, and shooting that. That's like the only other option we have available to us. I gotta say though, that hidden boss fight, that got me. That was really cool. Quote unquote, man in the mirror. I don't remember exact. Oh, here we go. Well, we made the squirrel more dead than it already was. So, yeah, about that animal cruelty. No speech this time? Uh-oh. Critics cruel. Marinax Pollux. Ending 3 of 5. The Offering. Hello, Amy. I'm sorry to hear about your parents' decision. It is hard for people to trust what they do not understand. I know you are only 17, but you are clearly an adult and you are able to handle your own life. Do not let your mom and dad stop you from following your dreams. If there is anything I can do to help you, just let me know. We are having a get-together at the clinic Saturday night, and I would love for you to stop by. We still consider you part of the team, even if your mom and dad do not. We hope to see you there. Gary. New effect unlocked, new chapter mode unlocked. Well, there you have it. We just 100%ed the first chapter of Faith. What's this new effect that we have at our disposal? Aberration. Virtual lad? Oh shit. Virtual boy mode. Blood red. Demons? I mean, they're only there. What, does that let me turn them off and make this a pacifist run? Warning, jank. As if that's gonna deter me. ×4? Let's go. Oh shit. Oh, this is trippy. This is the speedrun strat. Meow. Dude, imagine playing like this. Some mad lad has done it. Someone has done it. Oh, even the menu goes by so fast. Jesus. Oh, this is just too much. So I really like the blood red effect. But let's stick to... Let's go with aberration. Like a little bit of light boost. So Faith 1, done and dusted. I think it's due time to move on to the sequel. .35 notes. Prologue. Prologus. And this also has a turbo mode, so I'm sure that's gonna be as exciting as in the first installment. Yeah, what's cooking, Nimrod? We just went through the first installment of Faith. It was a treat. And I'm just gonna pick up the sequel and stream for a little longer tonight. As much as I can before I decide to call it. I might have to do it in like an hour, because we're leaving the city early tomorrow morning. Father Garcia, you are hereby instructed to release Michael Davies from your custody and return him to his home immediately. Mr. and Mrs. Davies have already been contacted by our office. A representative of the church is currently en route to their home to discuss compensation and return for their discretion. You will meet our representative there and accompany him back to Rome. Cardinal Gifford. So, a continuation to the note we found in Faith 1. We are taking on the mantle of Father Garcia, rocking that gray. Not a blue boy. He's not blue dabba-da. Day 1. Two weeks. 3 months. This is you. If you keep using Twitter. Think about it.
How are we doing today, Michael? I like to go home. You can't go home until you get better, Michael. Can I see Mommy and Daddy? I need to make you better first. When she let you get on me, she'll kill you. If you find them to be people, you can never forever.
Damn, he said the P word. I didn't know we kept a gray alien inside of our basement. Don't worry, guys. I am going to bring him closer to Christ. That's how the spider demon was born from the first faith. Whoops. Man, if only I took my Bible with me. Like some scriptures from the Holy Book would be in order right now. Michael did not like that. So notice that the final photo, gone. No, still not gonna take that good book with you, Father? I thought there was a hidden passage here. It's not. Oh, Michael. What have you done, Michael?
Dios mío, what have you done? I have somebody as a pet. You can't hide from God, evil. You shall reap the wrath of the Almighty.
He just shuffles away. It's 2 a.m. Oh. We're Father John Ward again. There's the tutorial. Which I assume doesn't count this time. Well, it counts as the final one. Usually when animals are running away, that's a sign that something's amiss. Oh my. Notice, aviso. The current investigation being conducted at Gallup Cemetery by the State of Connecticut Historical Society has been postponed until further notice. In the interim, we ask the public to avoid the cemetery grounds, the surrounding woods, any wildlife, and any unidentified persons roaming the area. Thank you for your patience. Naturally, we're gonna do the exact opposite and investigate every nook and cranny, especially the spooky cemetery that's just inviting us with open arms. Can't escape my fate. My cross is not golden bling anymore. That's a downgrade. I shook hands with the devil. I looked him in the eye. He looked like a long-lost friend. Have you ever danced with the devil at the moonlight? Dearest disciple, verily, not everyone who says, Lucifer, Lucifer, shall inherit his kingdom. He must first conjure his demon. He must then serve his demon. He must then welcome on the children of men as his demon. Thus shall we receive the blessing of the unspeakable. Return to the safe family tomb whenever you are in need of rest. Gary.
It's locked.
Yep, just a gate out here in the middle of nowhere. No real purpose. My movements are a little more constrained this time. It's not as open as the starting area of the first wave. Enter the spirit house. This looks like a scene right out of Human Nikki. Just a bunch of nondescript dudes chilling. These are your next indie metal band members. This is the vocalist. This is the drummer. This is your bassist. A smile with 1,000 pictures. You know, now that I think about it, he does give off kinda Kurt Cobain vibes. There's definitely more going on to the sideways now. It is with great sadness that the Sterling community announces the passing of Cindy Marie Martin, 38, and Robert Kimball Martin, 40, devoted husband and wife and beloved parents. Their life's tragedy came to an end on September 21st due to an accident in their home. Bob was a training advisor for the United States Navy, and Cindy was a CPA, and more recently, a stay-at-home mother. They were married March 12, 1969, in Voluntown. Though not particularly religious, they taught their children to be kind, generous, and involved in the community. A public closed casket memorial will be held at Tillinglands Funeral Home at 10 a.m. Thursday. Burial services will proceed shortly after. Yeah, it's closed casket because I imagine there's not a whole lot left after Amy had her way. Bob and Cindy are survived by their daughter Amy and twin boys, Nate and Jason. I like this Grim Reaper fella. Carrying his own cross. Wait a minute. I'm watching you. Don't get any funny ideas. I whip my cross out faster than my 6-shooter. But that's a fun looking lad. Nice tongue you got there. A beautiful angel. An adorable cherub.
I'm an angel. Bio-lantern.
The power of Christ did, in fact, compel him. Nobody was thrilled when I got pregnant. Not even a little happy. Even my doctors seemed to be judging me. Each time I'd leave the doctor's office, I'd see this strange woman across the street. All she'd do is stare at me and smile. No words, just a big warm smile. Somehow it made those visits a little more bearable. Rosemary's Baby vibes? After I lost the baby, I saw her again across the street from the doctor's. Her smile was as big as ever, but somehow not as warm and friendly as I remember. Yesterday I was walking and was shocked to see the woman standing in the middle of the path. Now she was pregnant. She beckoned towards me. I followed her off the path into the woods. That's when I met Gary. That Gary fella? Mighty damn suspicious. What is this Binding of Isaac looking entity? The baby. You can kind of see it within the fog textures. Does this count as abortion? Well, not really. I mean, it was already alive. Technically. Losing Grandpa was the hardest thing I have ever experienced. We were really close. I cried about it for weeks. Then my stepmom introduced me to some of our friends. They asked me, "Would you like to see your grandfather again?" I missed him so much, I was willing to try anything. That night, my stepmom drove me to one of her friends' house. They took me down to the basement. I saw my grandfather in there. Only it wasn't actually him. When I tried to run, they closed the basement door and locked me in. I can't remember much else from that night. My stepmom's friends are always coming by the house now. They tell me I have a debt to pay. They say they have work for me to do. Is this one of those cases where I have to follow the correct path? maybe we're not yet ready. I might need to put something on this altar. That's the impression I'm getting. All the heads are gone. That can be good. I'm missing note number 5. So 4 is right about as you enter the cemetery. It's gotta be somewhere nearby, that case. Oh, you're still left. And 2 of these faces are no longer with glowing eyes. Meaning I have to purify 4 demons?
It's locked.
Well, in that case... I must investigate some more. There's one node that I'm missing so far, so it's gotta be where I've been? Perhaps in the change environment. It could be one of the Hellas statues, now that I think about it.
This is the worst I've seen yet. This man has no dick.
Anonymous, thank you for the tier 2 gift sub to my good old pal Nimrod. This anonymous guy, I'm telling you, he has been the GOAT of these streams for the past month. I appreciate your generosity, good sir. Or madam. That feeling when you're gifted a subscription. I'm planning to contact my artist friend that I've been commissioning to do all of my recent emotes. Hopefully he's a little less busy these days, because I do have a few new emote ideas I want to pass on to him. Well, I can certainly backtrack if you wanted to. Not that it is of much value. Worth a try anyway. Let me try exercising one of those statues now, to the left. So we're definitely gonna do something up there. Oh, wait, hold on. Right, up, left, up again. Ah. Okay, I get it. Legacy of Kain. Puzzle moment. Left, up, right. No, right, up, left, up. Aha. Now that was a Squid Game right here. I've been freed. No more overbearing father turned violent alcoholic. No more hiding my bruises and cuts. No more pills and needles. No more getting laughed at and kicked around. They'll never laugh at me again. By day, my body withers away, but by night, my mind explores forbidden worlds of power and knowledge, guided by beings of pure darkness. I have been trusted with secret knowledge of the demon's seal. I have learned a correct conjuring sign, drawing the inverted star along the rocks arranged in 5. First, at the top left point, and then down. I will lure them into the woods. Then, I will show them my power. Free down. I want to go. This is the note that I've actually been looking for. So, we're making steady progress. Notice how the statue is now changed. Uh-oh. Is this gonna be a trust no one, not even yourself situation? Indeed. I think Father John here is having a moment. Well, that's interesting. I guess by stabbing one of my eyeballs out, I did open my third eye, in a way. $99 inside, let's go. Mother Nature is pissed. It's had enough of her shit. She guards the door to underground purgatory. I have not seen her. Children, fear her. Children of the corn, confess thy sins. Day 1 of our paranormal investigation into the old Snake Meadow Hill Church. We've got 3 cameras, a box of tapes, and enough beer and beef jerky to last us a week. On our way in, we asked some of the locals about the church. It was mostly the stories we had heard before. Evil spirits dragging children into the cornfield and secret tunnels under the chapel. But there was this spindly lady game that we hadn't heard yet. Apparently, it is due with summoning the spirit of a woman who used to take care of the orphans back in the 50s. There was even an old rhyme they told us. Walk the church from room to room, and maybe you will see her. She will move when you do, but never try to trick her. Awesome. We're going to try the game tonight as soon as we get settled in. Radio man, you're gonna have the correct mindset for the spiritual experience. Soon you'll be the one seeing demons. Fair point. Fair point.
Mortis.
What's inside here? Can I even enter? But that was like a entry to basement level. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't remember this saint from my theology classes. Wait, she didn't appear this time. Is it randomized? Maybe. Watch the candles. Ooh, are the candles a sign which room she's currently inhabiting? That could be it. So we've got 2. Same here. Again, 2. No, so this skull? It gave me blasphemous vibes. Night 3. Shouldn't have come here. Tape's missing. Lars stuck behind the basement door. Henry hasn't come back yet. Can't leave anyway.
Pray for me, Father, for I have sinned. What sins have you done to confess? I tried to save a girl from evil, but my fears overcame me. I turned my back on the ministry and broke my vows to God. A year later, the girl reached out to me again, but in the end, I couldn't save her. I left her to die. I am sorry for me and my past sins. Thou hast said will. Here is my penance. Bring the child to me. Perform this act of contrition, and thou shalt have the peace thou seekest. Give thanks to the Lord for his good. For his mercy endures forever.
You know, I think God has left this temple long ago. Just a hunch. And Mother Mary wept. Oh yeah, I mean for me, as a horror connoisseur, it's definitely a treat to see all of these influences from movies past. I think they're neatly wrapped in, so it just doesn't come off as a cheap ripoff, but also has some very interesting takes on the topic of exorcism, and just the demon designs that we've seen so far are pretty damn good. Night 1. We still haven't found a way into the basement, but we found something just as cool. A secret passage in the old confession booth leading to this hallway. Henry's going into town to buy a crowbar. We'll see if we can get these boards off of some of these doors. Best that's not even the best part. We got an EVP. Can't hear it on tape very well, but to us, it kind of sounded like laughing. Thank God we brought the nice mic. We'll review it on the sound gear once we get back into town. Unfortunately, I do not have a crowbar on me, so we're not getting in there, at least yet. I heard something snap. Not sure what it was, but something happened. Well, if you're a religious person, we do assume that God does indeed work in mysterious ways. And we could be debating if this is all part of some grand plan or not. But in the end, we are limited in our perspective as human beings. And especially Father John here, who has really only his faith to rely on and conviction. He has to face off an immediate evil. Including this old lady that is very clearly present with us. Alright, Grandma. Where are you hiding? I just want to talk. That's all.
Flush!
Shit.
More this.
Well, I mean, that's not a good place to fire, truthfully. We are gonna have to get rid of her spirit if we want to progress, clearly. Interesting touch with her moving around every single time, so you do have to pay attention to the candles. Which also means we... Oh, there she is.
Flush!
Just gotta make sure I'm conveniently out of her way. She starts zipping by. Close one. Gotcha. Darkness surrounds thee. This is my final memoir, hastily scribbled on a page of the good book. I now descend the staircase, knowing full well that she waits for me ahead. Checking my old watch has revealed something quite astonishing. Time doesn't change down here as we know it on the surface. Even now, the hands don't move past 2 a.m. God's work be done. I have been to where only the faintest lights shine and protect from things unspeakable. God help me, Father Clark, a foolish old man, going mad in this dark prison, ears bleeding from the screams of the demon. I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah. Bad vibes. All around. I do like how you can just play Ring Around the Rosie with him. Still, appears we need to do this in a pattern. Clockwise? Definitely gonna be easier if I just screen cap this and keep image in paint as a reference. It's just something like this. Right. There we go. And then small eye right here. Ow.
Mortis.
It's a pretty steep of time frame. I just have to leg it like immediately. Barely. Thing is, I don't see all the symbols. That are on the drawing. Right here. Maybe there is a specific pattern to it? These three don't count for some reason. Neither does this one. That one does. Yeah, that's what I have in hand, but the thing is, I don't see all the symbols present there. So if we go back here, like for instance, we don't see the third one going from the top. In order for the ones that are there, it is a possibility for sure. So in that case, it would be the eye and the small eye. What's next after that one? The arrow here. Then this. This. This one. And this one, that one. It's a dangerous game we're playing here. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, I see. All of them are indeed here, but some are just so small. You can't make them out at first. Gotcha. Okay. This does make sense now. Then we can go with this one. Or not. Huh. For some reason it's skipping these three. that are there. And this one. This one. This one, this one. This one. Oh. Well, I don't know. Mother of Demons. Either that or the giant spider entity does not come out every single time. That's my only theory at the moment. I wonder if you could get run over by the deer. That definitely would have been a funny moment. 3 murdered in latest wave of ritualistic killings. Sterling Con, Connecticut, that is. The bodies of 3 young people were discovered in the woods outside of Sterling last night in what authorities are calling a ritualistic murder. Sandra Atwood, Angel Nogales, and Troy Inglis are the names of the 3 unfortunate victims, who were apparently stabbed multiple times and beheaded before being killed in the paganistic ritual, Pandemonium Rednet. 2 of the victims' bodies were also partially burned, although authorities will not specify who. The bodies were found several miles from Kelp Cemetery, where residents report a tomb had been desecrated. They also found trails of blood leading off into the woods. Investigators would not comment on whether or not these 2 incidents could be related. The arrangement of the bodies in a ritualistic pattern, as well as the writing of certain symbols in blood, matches the style of several murders that have occurred in the Sterling area since 1986. The killings may be connected to last week's brutal slaying of Amy Martin, a 17-year-old girl, by John Ward. Ward had impersonated a priest to gain Amy's trust, before luring her into the woods and killing her. Investigators are asking residents to report any suspicious activity to the police. Authorities are urging the people of Sterling to not mourn the loss of Atwood, Nogales, and Inglis because, after all, they were degenerate devil-worshipping fucks who were hooked on crack cocaine and hated their parents. Why even conduct an investigation at all? That's what you'd like them to think, wouldn't you, John? They were just 3 pathetic outcasts who got what they deserved. You actually did the community a favor when you found them getting high in that tomb. You stalked them through the graves and killed them, one by one. You ignored their cries for help, their pleas for mercy. You put holes in their ruined drug addict bodies, and then you chopped off their heads because everybody knows that removing the head is the only way to kill a snake. Well, guess what? You didn't kill a snake, John. You cannot kill what cannot be killed. Thou shalt not raise up. Thou canst not put down again. Thou couldst not kill Amy. Thou shalt not destroy my works, for they are the works of the eternal dragon. Even now she is at thy door. Her hand is at thy throat, yet you see her not. I will have thy soul, for I am the God of this world. Pandemonium regnet Satan. Satani vita pandemonium regnet Satani. Vita pandemonium regnet Satani vita. Pandemonium regnet Satani vita. You get the idea. I'm here, John. Hello, Amy. Oh. I guess we were the demon all along. Just kind of living the best of our lives, shambling around. Hello, good people. Candy Tunnel. Death awaits. Achievement unlocked sewer count. I see what you did there. I see the shots being fired. We did miss a few nodes. Might be event specific. Hard to tell. But it is the first playthrough of Faith 2 that we're doing, so I'm not too worried about that. In fact, I think I'm gonna call it here at this point, because it's getting a little late, and well, I need to have my beauty sleep so I can wake up for work at time. So the next time we come back to Faith, we're gonna continue on, see where the story of the second installment goes, and yeah, just enjoy the ride. It's been definitely a very interesting adventure, so I'm looking forward to continue it, and also might throw in a bonus game while we're still into the month of scaries. Take it easy, everyone, and I hope the upcoming week treats you well.